Nintendo 64 Funtime.
Good morning, YouTube's Nintendo 64 Funtime coming back at you with a new video. I wanted to bring up something to you guys. The great thing about doing this channel is I get an opportunity to come back and play games that I played as a kid. Games that I enjoyed, games that I love, games that I have great memories of. And I think those games fall into a few categories. There are games that you have great memories of, that you played a lot, that you go back to them as an adult, like Zelda here. You play it, you have just as much fun. As a matter of fact, now that you are a little more experienced in life, you may actually enjoy the game a little more. Maybe the graphics didn't hold up so well, but the playability of the game is still there, you still enjoy it, and it's no big deal. However, there are games that you have played as a kid that you thought you enjoyed, that you played a lot of, and you go back and play them as an adult and realize that the game is completely crap. One of the games that I recently played that falls absolutely into that category is Cruis'n USA. I played this game so much when I was a kid. I played this game so much with other people and enjoyed it as a kid. This was actually game number 2 of what I had. I got this, and I got Wave Race for Christmas. Now, when I pulled my games out and started playing Christmas morning of 1998, this was the first game I put in my Nintendo 64. And I enjoyed it. I played it. I played it a lot. Now that I play it, it's pretty painful. But you know what? We're going to play it for fun today, and we're going to enjoy it. So we'll relive some memories, play some Cruis'n USA, and throw some facts at you. So there you go. Cruis'n USA. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Cruis'n USA. So right away, look at this. It's flashing important. It wants you to know it is flashing important. There is only one controller attached. You need to attach one more controller so you can play 2 players. This game just wants to be shared. Anyway, here we go. I don't want a controller pack. I thought this game. I thought this game didn't use a controller pack to save. I don't want to erase anything. Why would I do that? I don't want to delete anything. What the hell? I don't remember ever having to do this. Whatever. Anyway, so immediately what's good about this game is you actually come up to a stage select. So right off the bat you actually, or maybe not, I think I lied. I think it's up here because I did beat them all. You may actually have to beat them for them to pop up. But the whole point of this was to cruise across the USA. There was multiple games. Let's start a new race. So there are multiple games where you actually, there was Cruis'n World and then Cruis'n Exotica. This was the first one, and I think, oh yeah, so hit all, again, gaming magazines. We couldn't figure this stuff out as a kid. We had to get a gaming magazine. But if you press all 3 C buttons on this side, you actually get new sets of cars. And so if you press up or down, you actually can upgrade them. Every time you complete it, the car is upgraded. Yeah, okay. Jeep, bus, police car, then Lamborghini. Couldn't change. Anyway, let's do this thing right. So, Yeah, and this came out in the arcade first. This was actually an arcade port, and the arcade game was absolutely great. I don't know. Trigger? Okay, triggers go, not A. So, yeah, this is an arcade game. Came to the console. Didn't look too much worse than the arcade game, maybe? I don't remember it that much. But what's so bad about this game is I don't know if it's the scaling effect and you have such a flat scaling scaling effect as the screen comes towards you, and then your car, I don't know, like you don't get a sense of like you're going fast because the car's not moving, the background is moving. And I don't know if I like that effect. I don't know if that effect just really stood. I don't know. But I'm literally playing this game with one hand. There's not really too much involvement or skill. Because your car gets up to speed relatively quick. All you gotta do is not hit stuff, which sometimes is harder than not. But the bad thing about this game is it ramps up in difficulty so quickly. Once you upgrade a car, you move up to the next level, and you have to make the races more difficult to continue to upgrade your car. And sometimes at those upper levels, it's nearly impossible to win, and it gets very frustrating. You know, and mostly you want to do the cruise around the world, and I think that you have to either beat the game. Let's see, I got third place, so let's see what happens. Yes, my actual initials actually spell Dan. So there you go. So what happens? Continue, yes. Do I have to do it again? I do have to do it again. So you actually have to get first in each level in order to continue. So it's not like a points-based thing. You're literally sitting here doing a level until you beat it. And to me, the fun part about games is to kind of level up your car, go faster, make the difficulty higher, and get a faster car. But you're sitting here doing the same level over and over until you can win, and then it takes like, if you do the races flat out to get across the United States, it actually takes like 45 minutes. And then you're redoing races, and it's hard, and it gets frustrating. I'm ranting a little bit. This game does have some playability, but it's not a fun game to come back to. And I'm sitting here waving my hand. I'm just playing this game with one hand. Maybe because it's not as involved. You're not as involved in the game. You know, you don't have to think about anything. There's no puzzles. It's a racing game. It's a shitty racing game. It was fun in the arcade with the steering wheel. There was a steering wheel for the Nintendo 64. Maybe that would be okay, but I'd rather play Beetle Adventure Racing. I would rather play Rush, too. There are many other games that were racing games that were better than this one. Do you get a mild arcade feel? Maybe. But not a very good one. And it's completely unbalanced. I'm crushing everybody's soul right now. In the last game I wasn't. Granted, I didn't hit very much this time, but I don't know. The people are crappy. Cruis'n USA girl, motion, I don't know. It's not that bad of a game. I'm complaining probably way too much about this game. I don't know. I don't even know what more to say. But I think this came out in the first year of the Nintendo 64's life. And I can honestly say almost everybody that had a Nintendo 64 bought this game. I don't know how many copies were sold. I should have looked that up before I did this video, but I'm sure it was a shit ton. of games. So, I don't know. This is a little bit harder level. But your car, the physics, not so much. The movement in your car, not so much. You know, it is satisfying when you hit something head on and your car flips at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but it instantly lands on its wheels. But the physics aren't good. Again, I'm ranting. I'm just complaining because I don't like the game now. I think it's disappointing to come back and have a game that you have so much memories of, so many good memories of, and then to have the game be not very good. And I think there are times a game like this where you don't come back to it. Maybe keep those good memories and don't come back to it. You know, that way it's not ruined. So, you know, maybe there are some retro games that are just not meant to be replayed. This is a pretty good example. Now, I will tell you, I haven't played the other ones. I remember Cruis'n World actually, I'm just hitting everything. I remember Cruis'n World, you had the double tap Z, like, turbo, and you could actually jump and do flips and stuff when you turboed over a car. So that was fun. They added a little bit to it. But, oh, geez, pile up semis! Oh, did you see that? 2 semis in a tunnel, pile up of everybody. It was amazing.
10 seconds.
So I got second. So, because of the pile up in the tunnel. So you can kind of see how it would get old if you actually want to continue to go across. It really should be a points-based system, and then you get, you know, your trophy at the end, whether, you know, it's gold, silver, or bronze. Because sometimes playing these levels over and over, it just gets old, and you want to shut the game off. You know, and that's not what you want to do in a game. You want to be able to enjoy it and play all the levels and stuff like that, and feel like you're accomplishing something. Do like a, you know, I know some games make you do like a top 3 or something like that, or they make you do it over. That would be good for this game. So yeah, I honestly don't have that much more to say. I did enjoy playing this game as a kid. I remember my friends enjoyed playing this game as a kid. Would you go revisit it as an adult? You know, now? I would save my money and spend it on something else. I would probably not rebuy this game, or buy this game if you're getting back into retro games and want to go for Nintendo 64 stuff. So that's my 2 cents on it. Let's see if we can get first place through this tunnel here. And I think Redwood Forest is next. I think that was one of my favorite ones, because after Redwood Forest, after you get through the forest, you actually get to go through like the beach of California. So let's see if we can actually get first place on this. We got one more corner here. The car's responsive enough. You know, Twitch controls, it's responsive enough. So there you go, first place. What are we at? We're at 11 minutes? We've got plenty of time. Let's try to do the Redwood Forest here. Now the music in this game, unmemorable. I don't know if I remember any of the music very well. The only thing I remember was when you start out the game and it's like, Cruis'n, whoa, whoa. That part was cool. You remember that. But as far as the music goes, you know, it's pretty forgettable. I think this is the Redwoods. Is this the desert? The Redwoods must be after the desert. I think this was an easier one. To actually jump. Looks crappy. Looked like I was going to go through the hill, but I like glitched through it. Again, physics thing. Physics. We'll finish this race and we'll be done. May I continue playing this game after I shut the camera off? Maybe, out of spite. I'm having an okay time, but it's not enjoyable. I just want to shut this game off and continue playing another game. So now would be a good time to mention too that leading up to Super Mario Odyssey coming out, I pre-ordered it off Amazon. Get the 20% off on Amazon pre-order games. It's literally like the best deal in the entire world. I love Amazon. So I pre-ordered Super Mario Odyssey, and what I'm going to do for the month of October is I'm going to do Mario Mania. I'm going to go through, and I have a few rules for it, so I'm going to play the first Mario platformer for each system. I don't have Super Mario Sunshine yet. I'm going to try to get that so I can play it on my GameCube before Odyssey comes out, but I may actually not be able to do Super Mario Sunshine. But it's going to be the first Mario platform on first Mario game on every console, first Mario platformer, because there are other games like Mario Kart and stuff like that. Those games don't necessarily count. I'm going to do strictly the Mario platformers, the Super Mario platforms on each one, and have a good time doing that. I've actually shot 2 videos already. I'm kind of addicted to Super Mario Galaxy. I never played that game, so that video's kind of fun. But yeah, be psyched for Mario Mania. It's going to be a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed Cruis'n USA as much as I didn't. So there you go. Some games are great over time, some games aren't. This isn't one of them. But hope you enjoyed it. Nintendo 64 Funtime. Always be gaming.